Hey guys, main event for the 5 vs 5, Eddie Hearn versus Frank Warren. We got Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Zhilei Big Bang Zhang. Been going back and forth with this fight. I mean, to be honest, just if you don't have a preference for either one of these guys, which I would imagine most people do. There's plenty of people out there that hate Wilder. They don't think he's got much skill as a boxer. There's plenty of people out there that say Zhilei Zhang has no gas tank whatsoever. He's a big, slow guy. He's going to be there to be hit by Wilder, and he's going to get knocked out pretty easy. I think there's a lot of people like that, but man, if you don't have a feel for this fight, literally just flip a damn coin because it's so hard to pick. There's so many things when I go back and forth in my head. It's like a friggin' tennis game where I'm like, Zhilei Zhang definitely has more boxing skill than Deontay Wilder. He's definitely, in my opinion, got a better chin than Deontay Wilder. Power, maybe not as much. But then again, like I said, Deontay Wilder, I don't think he's got the greatest chin in the world. Heart is probably equal. And I just don't know where to go. But the thing that I'm coming down to here is they're both going to get hit with big shots. And the main thing that made me pick Zhilei Zhang is I think if he gets hit, he will be able to recover. I don't think Deontay Wilder has much power as the guy's got. I don't think he can knock Zhilei Zhang out with one punch. And that's what Deontay Wilder does. He hits you with one punch and he knocks you out. Zhilei Zhang's a big, slow southpaw. It should be tailor-made for him to land that punch. But Zhilei Zhang, I was watching a video the other day of this guy's Dokes Boxing or something like that. A guy's from South Africa. He's a really smart boxing mind. And he was talking about Zhilei Zhang's jawline. And when I heard that, I immediately thought of the first time I ever heard that term of, people with a jawline like that having a great chin is guys like Oleg Maskayev and Vasily Zhirov from back in the early 2000 days. I remember people saying that about him, like Jim Lampley would say, "Man, look at that guy's jawline. He's going to be tough to knock out." And they were 100% right. Those two guys were tough as nails. If you don't believe me, go watch, Vasily Zhirov versus James Toney. Go watch Oleg Maskayev versus Hasim Rahman or Corey Sanders. Those fights were amazing. All three of those fights right there. And that's going to be, there's so little to go on in this fight to pick a side. That's what I'm coming down to. The jawline and the size of Zhilei Zhang, he will be better to recover from a big punch than Deontay Wilder is. He's got the short, skinny legs of his. Neither fighter knows how to move their head really. And Zhang's going to be coming forward this whole fight. And, I mean, if Fury was able to lay on Deontay Wilder, put all his weight and tire him out, I think Zhilei Zhang could do the same thing. He's going to have a lot of opportunities because unlike Fury, although Fury did come forward versus Wilder, he's not going to be coming forward like Zhang is. Zhang come forward like a friggin' tank or a juggernaut, and he's gonna have more opportunities to hit and hold, and I think this is going to be a very sloppy fight. It's probably not going to be that exciting because once one lands, it might be over, but I think it's going to be Zhang just lands a few shots, probably around like round 6 or 7, and I think he gets Wilder out of there. Now, I mean, I could have made a whole video of how, Deontay Wilder was going to beat Zhilei Zhang just because, like I said, the southpaw coming forward into a power puncher, not moving his head. He's got that friggin' deviated septum where he can't breathe throughout the fight. He gasses out. That usually happens in the later rounds for him, and I don't think there's going to be any later rounds. So when they're both fresh, I just think Zhilei Zhang is better to take Deontay Wilder's punches than Deontay Wilder is going to take Zhilei Zhang's. So that's what it comes down to. But I mean, like I said, guys, just flip a coin. Like, don't take this as a anything. If you're betting on this fight, don't say this kid told me that Zhang was going to be hard to knock out. I gotta go with something. And this is what I'm landing on. But either way, like as a boxing fan, you gotta respect these guys, and you gotta just love that this fight's actually going on. But hey, I gotta make a pick here, so I'm riding with Big Bang Zhang, even though I'm not that high on him. The first time I saw Zhilei Zhang was I was a little late to the party. I saw him against Jerry Forrest, and I mean the guy fought to a draw with frickin' Jerry Forrest. So I mean, but Jerry Forrest, he's not on the level as Deontay Wilder, but he's got a different skill set. He's very quick with his feet. He's a smaller, faster heavyweight, moves around a lot, and Zhang couldn't get him out of there. But I just don't like Deontay Wilder's chin. I don't like the fact that he said in his interview with Dan Raphael that he said he couldn't pull the trigger against Joseph Parker. If you couldn't pull the trigger against Joseph Parker, who's not a very hard puncher in this heavyweight division, what the hell makes me think you're going to be able to pull the trigger against Zhilei Zhang? And even if he lands, I just don't know that Zhilei Zhang could be knocked out like that. So give me Zhilei Zhang. Like I said, I'm gonna go with I'll go with round 7 knockout. But just enjoy this card, enjoy the fight, guys. Let me know where you think each guy goes from here, because it's kind of, they've been saying like a loser goes home match, and it is. Deontay Wilder, if you lose this fight, you've got nothing more to prove. You've had a great career. Even though I don't see him as a Hall of Famer, the guy's probably going to be there in Canastota in a couple of years. I hate to say it, but win or lose this fight, he's probably going to be there. So that's another thing. Zhilei Zhang, like, he hasn't really made a big splash in this sport. I know there's a lot of people that are very high on him, but he's got a lot more to prove in this fight than Deontay Wilder does. We've seen the best of Deontay Wilder. I don't know that we've seen the best of Zhilei Zhang. He's an older fighter, but he doesn't got a lot of miles on him. He's taken a beating, whatever, but he doesn't got a lot of fights. So I think there's just a little bit more upside with Zhilei Zhang. So just enjoy the fights, guys. Enjoy this card. Have a good night.